what not only our people in general, but what our family has contributed not only to the history of El Salvador, but to the immigrants here, bring them a little piece of home, because we do pride ourselves in, doing everything very much the way it is done back home. Mano, me recuerda que soy una dama, que tengo dueño aunque duerma sola en mi cama. Sé que hago mal, de eso estoy bien consciente, que debe importarme lo que diga la gente, pero él despierta en mí.
Come listen to Who Got the Juice podcast. It's an open podcast to new talent, life experiences, and entrepreneurship. Who got the juice? Yeah. Let's do it again.
Welcome to Who Got the Juice podcast. This is episode 15. Just remember, like, share, and subscribe. And hey, in case that you like this episode, you love the episode, feel free to comment as well. Kind of give us ideas. What's the next, theme, questionnaire. Like I said, this is episode 15. It's only right that I bring a special guest. I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Hola, hola. This is La Ruth Quijano, La Jefa del Bay Area. Buenas tardes, buenas noches. How are you guys feeling?
Yee! There you go. So just really quick, what inspired you to start singing? Usually we do this differently. Usually I start kind of, getting a little bit of your history. Just really quick, what got you into singing? And then once you're done, give us some bars.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, music has always been a big part of my life. My parents have owned restaurants their whole life. There's always been music incorporated. My parents were big Santana fans. And I think that's the beauty of being a Californian. I have a lot of Mexican influence, tanto regional como, rock en español. My parents would listen to ballads. My parents would listen to rock in English. They would also listen, to salsa, merengue. So it was all like a cornucopia of music my whole life. But what made me decide to just do it was I was in the middle of my divorce. And I remember I uploaded a video on Facebook.
On MySpace.
No, tampoco tan vieja, no. No, it was on Facebook. It was on Facebook. And some guy DM'd me real quick, and he was like...
What did he say?
He's like, no. He goes, ¿sabes qué? Esta canción que acabas de cantar, que era una canción vieja, retirada, ¿verdad? He goes, esta canción era la canción favorita de mi tío.
But make it kind of like in his voice, like kind of tone
Oh
down.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't romantical at all.
Okay.
He was like, you know what, mija, that it was actually like
he was
what
like,
really.
He was an OG. He was just saying like,
young cat. But he goes, mija, this is. He goes, my uncle's favorite song, and he died of AIDS.
Oh man.
He goes, and I was really about to log on to Facebook and say goodbye because I'm part of the LGBT community.
Okay.
And I'm facing, he says, a moment in my life where I was really logging onto Facebook and writing my suicide letter. And at the moment I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. He goes, but I happened to my feed, your video popped up on my feed. And I took it as a sign from my uncle. He goes, I love your voice. It's very raw. And I just want to let you know that, and I talked to him. I was like, mijo, that's not the way, this and that. And it became like real casual. Hi, how you doing? A los días me llama and he goes, have you ever performed at a gay club? And I said, no, I haven't performed, period. And he goes, I have a friend that does shows and she wants, in between shows and between costume changes, I asked her if she saw your video, I asked her if you could perform. And, and that's how I went. And I went there, thinking, oh my God, they're gonna boo me off stage because the LGBT community, the sisters don't play. Si tú no sirves, they will let you know real quick, like you ain't it, and y sin pena y sin vergüenza. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna come back home with my cola entre las patas, and I was already knowing they're gonna chew me up and spit me out. No, they loved it. And then I got invited again and again. And it just kind of became my second home when at Club 21, para todos del Bay Area. Saludos a Doris y también a Violeta. You know, you're familiar with them. And then I started going to Club Lidos.
We've done performances with all-star dancers.
Yeah, that's how I heard about you guys. That's how I saw you guys.
Doing backflips, quebradita, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So, and then that's how it kind of snowballed. Después me llamó alguien de un productor de Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento, y luego me llamaron de Univision Fresno, and it kind of just snowballed from there.
Yeah.
So I'm really blessed.
That's dope. Okay, so now you got to give us some bars. I mean, pick your song. Just really quick before that, go ahead and play her song Casi Un Niño. Is gonna go ahead and play. This is one of the songs that she's trying to promote. And I mean, just talk us through this really quick. I mean, what kind of inspired this song at the moment?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Esta mamosota, it was the inspiration to that song. Okay,
there you go.
No, you know, I don't make a secret about my age. You know, I'm 41, and I like right now I'm living my best life. To be sincere, like as a woman, financially. Everything is just kind of like fell into place. And I feel like once you start talking to other girlfriends about it and they're like, or, you know, I would go into, you know, interviews or clubs and perform and they'd be like, who's that? I'm like, oh, that's my man's. Yeah. And they'd be like, oh, te robaste la cuna, you know? But they're like, but girl, you know what? Between us, my inbox is full of just younger gats and just younger people. And to be truth be told, like, no es que yo los escoja jovencitos. I would love a mature, older man, but they're like busy chasing 20-year-olds. Yeah. So, you know, the 20-year-olds, I mean, venga con tu mama if that's the case. So
that's what inspired the song.
That's what inspired the song. And you know, it's gotten a lot of good reviews. Because of this song, I got invited this year to go to El Festival de las Velas in Uruapan, Michoacán. It's a big event.
My
unfortunately,
because
Michoacán. I know. Por eso me caes tan bien.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because of the whole COVID, it all got canceled. Pero primero Dios, nomás encontremos una cura o se solucione todo este desmadre. You know, vamos a estar en Michoacán presentando este álbum.
Have you ever been? You can pause that screen.
Michoacán?
/ parallel. Yeah. So,
have I ever been to Michoacán?
Yeah. Have you?
Yes. Okay. And Michoacán has been in too. No, I love Michoacán. I fell in love with Michoacán.
What part did he go to by any chance?
I've been to Zamora. I've been to Apatzingán. I've been to Uruapan. I have been to Morelia. I have been to
you practically just named a couple of them that are actually really good. You know, so I think if anything, I'm gonna go ahead and baptize her. You're from Michoacán.
Michoacán. As a matter of fact, there is a club in Zamora that I go to. It's not a club. It's like a big restaurant. Es el restaurante más grande. No es exactamente Zamora, es afueritas. Jaracho, I think.
Jaracho
or something like that. I'm sorry.
Guarache.
Pero hay un restaurante ahí que es La Cabaña. Saludos a todos, al dueño y a la dueña de la cabaña, que son gente magnífica, gente con tanta clase y humildad. Shout out to them. I had the opportunity to go present my music out there too. And it's just like the way they receive you is amazing. And a mí me encanta porque me presentan como la salvadoreña más michoacana del mundo.
And I was just going to say that. Just talk about it. I mean, you're Salvadoran. You have a restaurant. Talk a little bit about, you know, your restaurant. You know, it's family-based. You know, just a little bit of the ingredients that come behind that. I mean, just, you know, this is your platform.
Claro que sí. As you all know, like the one thing that, you know, we're known for in El Salvador, besides hot women, is las pupusas. Okay? No lie. Las pupusas, you know, put us on the map. Las pupusas. My mom was the first Salvadorian woman to own a restaurant in San Francisco back in the 80s. Okay. My great-great-great-grandmother in Oloquilta, El Salvador, is the town famously known for their rice flour pupusas. Almost all the pupusas are made out of maize. In the 30s, there was the crops went bad. And Oloquilta is situated right between San Salvador, which is the capital, and the airport. So all the tourists that get out of the airport by law have to pass through Oloquilta. So it made it a very touristy town.
And the way can you go ahead and pull up La Quinta?
Oloquilta.
Oloquilta.
And what made it so popular is that the women there, they have like an open little depillo, open market where you pass by and the women would, you know, sell the tourists their pupusas. That's their main source of income. Yeah, so if the corn crop failed, like they're done. It's done. So my great grandma and a friend of hers decided, what if we made it out of rice flour? It's abundant, it's cheap.
Cool. Yeah.
The same thing, we could do the masa de arroz, and boom. 70 years later, it is le dicen la cuna de las pupusas de arroz. It is worldly famous for las pupusas de arroz. And, my mom brought that over in the 80s here. And as well, we made a name for ourselves there. It is a very family-oriented restaurant. I've worked there. My kid is now, it's something surreal to see your kid, having those traditions passed on, because it isn't. We always say it's not just a business, es un legado. It is our culture that we're passing by.
Of course,
because there's people that'll come by and be like, oh, what kind of Mexican food is this? And then, there's some people that get mad at that. I love it because that's an opportunity for me to educate someone, especially nowadays too. It's very important for me as a mom to make sure that my daughter knows exactly where she's coming from, what not only our people in general, but what our family has contributed, not only to the history of El Salvador, but to the immigrants here, bring them a little piece of home. Because we do pride ourselves in, doing everything very much the way it is done back home.
And then just really quick, how old is your daughter?
My daughter is about to be 14 this year. Dun, 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 dun. I know, ya abuela suegra.
That's crazy. Yeah,
wild.
My daughter is 4.
I
think about to be 4 or something like that. And then just really quick, I just want to make it clear. I have been to your restaurant. I remember me, Roger, and I think
that's right.
Yeah, I think our team went, and it is pretty good. It is pretty good. I mean, I think the pupusas were really great. You brought a combination of them. There was some with chicharrón and stuff. It's pretty good.
Oh, good that you remember, because I completely,
We have not gone ever since because I don't think we've been invited. But
you don't need an invitation to
just go there. Huh?
Dios mío.
Just stop by. La Jefa. There we go. Okay, so just really quick, I know that you brought these, pretty cool toys. And when I mean by toys, I don't mean dildos. I mean, she brought, I think you could probably talk a little bit about it more. This is a rose gold
glass
pen.
No, glass blunt.
Glass
it's not a pen.
blunt. So it's a glass blunt. So I guess I'm going to kind of give you guys, she just explained it to me before, I got into here. So I'm barely learning about this. So I guess you go ahead and pop this thing open. And then you go ahead and break down the wheat, throw it in there, and then you start
counterclockwise to seal it in.
Yeah. And then obviously spark it, and you're pretty much smoking nothing but bud. Right.
The important thing is, too, that they are non-lead based. There's a lot of cheaper products out there, cheaper glass pipes that are lead based, and that's not healthy. I just found out that most of the pipes that we used to get when we were in college or high school out in Berkeley and things like that do contain lead, which is unhealthy. And the reason why I started getting into these glass pipes is also because of the pandemic. I was reading how a lot of insurance agencies and insurance companies were not paying out people that had checked off, I don't smoke, because I don't smoke in nicotine, never smoked a cigarette in my life. But if you smoke out of a blunt or you smoke out of paper, it's going to be traced back. You're still going to be considered a smoker as far as insurance policies are concerned. And your families may not be paid out. So in that aspect, I think that's the reason. One of the reasons why it's selling like hotcakes. We have been really fortunate. We've sold out 3 times already. The third time it sold out, it literally sold out in 20 minutes.
That's crazy.
So I definitely, and then I was a little worried too, because I thought, like, how's this going to look, as far as branding is concerned. But, more and more people are getting to know, I think, the benefits of marijuana use.
And this is a good time right now because, 1 is quarantine. 2, quarantine only if you got COVID, which, that's not the case. Everybody gets tested before this. You're good. I'm good. 3, this is not only probably the only time that you're most likely going to be more at the house than what you're going to be going out. So, not to go ahead and say smoke, guys, but, I'm not encouraging it.
I am. Wholeheartedly.
But I'm just saying, I think based on you saying that it sold really quick, I could see why, for sure. So now just tell me a little bit about, kind of the struggles that you kind of had to go through as, just beginning. 1, you said divorce. 2, you kind of mentioned already how you started, singing or whatever. But, continuing that process in producing, because you mentioned that you produced that song, singing, or trying to level up for sure.
I've always been more of a writer, of the creative part, as far instead of the performance or the part that is going to be full and center. And it's curious because when I sing at the clubs, mostly lo que me piden son rancheras regionales.
You gotta give me your bars. I just remember. I just remember. You gotta give me your bars. Okay, let me give you a countdown, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and do this rapidly.
Go.
3, 2, 1.
Es casi un niño, y ese anillo en mi mano me recuerda que soy una dama, que tengo dueño aunque duerma sola en mi cama. Sé que hago mal, de eso estoy bien consciente, que debe importarme lo que diga la gente, pero él despierta en mí el deseo, sí, de enamorarme como un adolescente. Pero es casi un niño y aún no entiende el peligro de esta relación. Él vende besos y caricias y la ilusión que en sus brazos borre tus desprecios y tanta traición. Pero es casi un niño.
So she's pretty much translating that it's just a boy. And I mean, when she was talking about 20 years old, I think she just gave us a hint. It gotta be 19. Just because of the reason that
it's gotta be 19. She added a number. She added a year so she don't look too crazy.
Yeah. So then, just really quick, she pretty much just in all translation. This is a song about her. Like she mentioned that she kind of went through a situation, and a younger guy just came through. She fell in love, and that's the song.
Basically, the cougar saw a rabbit and she ate him. Devoured.
All right, thank you very much. Just really quick, I just wanted to do that. This is probably the first time that I do this right away where, give me the bars, right? Just get right to the stuff. I mean, usually, I'm getting a little bit more into, how was it here living in the United States, being a Salvadoran. There you go. Go ahead.
All right, living in the United States as a Salvadorian. As a kid, and it's sad, because as a kid in the 80s and 90s, I didn't really experience, and I was raised in San Francisco, I didn't really experience racism the way, unfortunately, my kid is experiencing.
Okay.
We had the Rodney King riots, but there was never a sense like today of actual, or maybe because I was, a kid and I didn't have children of my own, of fear of walking out, a fear of being hurt because of your skin color. I remember very clearly in class when they played the Rodney King beating, I remember I clearly said that the good thing about this is that my kids will never have to go through this. They will not have to see that. So for my child to be seeing this, not only that, but hundreds of other cases that and nothing has really changed, it saddens me because I grew up in La Misión. In the 80s, La Misión, they had a bad rep and whatnot. But I remember, going to Dolores Park with my parents, where Carlos Santana's would pop up and just do an impromptu performance. I remember going to Catholic school in the Excelsior district.
You went to Catholic school?
Sure did.
Oh, man.
My whole life.
What did they have you do? Padre Nuestros?
I did it all, and I actually enjoyed it.
Left and right. Give me a Padre Nuestro right now.
Padre Nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. I don't think we should be talking about Padre Nuestro and then, me eating a little 20-year-old bunny rabbit. It was delicious, by the way.
But you're not done, though. Just give me the full bar. So,
okay.
Just a little prayer.
I don't really know it in Spanish, to be honest with you. That's another topic.
How do you know it in English?
Because I went back in the day, they didn't have bilingual.
Give it to me in English.
Okay. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
So in your case, in the song, the temptation would be the younger guy.
The temptation would be the younger guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The temptation would be the younger.
Just wanted to get to that. So in this segment, Who Got the Juice presents couple of questions. And last guest answered all of them, right?
All right.
I'll give you a fair share, a fair try. It's only 3 that you got to answer. If you don't answer one, you take a shot. And yeah, so just really quick.
You're going to have me walking out of here all kinds of crooked.
Look.
Me da vino for the chase the shot.
Okay, just really quick.
Lo bueno es que I don't really,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any question that I wouldn't answer.
And it was, okay, that's even better. So do you want to take it out yourself and then read it, or you want me to read it? You just want to pick and read, or?
Whatever works.
Okay, I'd rather you read this, okay? All right, go ahead.
All right. Oh.
Yeah, there you go, that one.
Vamos a ver. What is the question? Woo!
Ay,
Dios mío!
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, cielos. Have you ever had a major trip smoking weed? Not smoking, but my first time eating edibles on everything that I love. I handed my sister the cordless phone, just showed my age, and I said, if I don't come back from the bathroom in 4 minutes, I think I said 4 minutes like 20 times. I was like, you call 911. And my sister and I are like 10 years apart. And so I was like, I don't know. I was real young. I was like in college, like fresh in college. So my kid sister must have been like,
scared.
Like hella scared. 11 o'clock. Like, what is this bitch gonna do? What is happening?
Yeah.
But that was my bad trip.
But what was going on? Like, I mean, you say a bad trip. Do you remember traces of,
I remember my friend saying, here are some edibles. And she said,
cookies.
Bitch, yeah, it was cookies. And she goes, bitch, don't eat them all at once. Mind you, it was only 3, right?
3, bro.
Because, wait a minute. Because she didn't say, I've never really, like, it wasn't like like back in the day, edible wasn't, we didn't have cannabis clubs that educated you or anything. So I didn't know. So she was just like, have you ever had an edible? No.
Put the
she
extra
goes,
stuff.
Here's 3. She goes, because she knew my brother smoked at the time. And so I was like, okay, cool. I'll give him 1 or whatever. Yeah. And she goes, yeah, take it slow though. Take a bite and then figure out, how you're gonna feel. Then after an hour,
you ate one. You thought it was.
I was like, this ain't shit.
You ate one. You thought it was an Oreo. Like,
and the girl was skinny. Like she was really skinny. My friend was super skinny. So I thought in my head, I was maybe she was tripping because she's skinny. Because I took a bite. I was so impatient. I'm so ignorant and stupid. So I was like, it's been 15 minutes. I don't feel shit. I think because so and so is really skinny. I think my body weight. I think I should take 1. And so I finished the other one. I was like, I'm waiting like 20 minutes, 25 minutes passed by.
Nothing
I was
happens.
like, this is so big. She's probably over there laughing with her man because she fooled me and gave me some fucking regular cookies. And I'm over here thinking I'm going to trip. This is fucking dumb shit. Yeah. So I popped the other one, just popped it in my mouth like I was Snoop Dogg or something. Just
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. I just popped it like whatever, right? And then my brother got a text from her and she said, I gave your sister some cookies. Yeah. And I'm thinking like my brother walks in and she goes, oh, Linda, oops, sorry, Linda. Linda said you gave me some, you got some cookies for me. I was like, she's tripping. I got 1. I was like, they're bunk. And he goes, oh, are they? And I was like, yeah. He said, how many have you had? I was like, 2 and I don't feel shit. Yeah. Mind you, this is only like 25 minutes into it, right? Yeah. So he goes, oh, okay, I'm good then. He goes, oh, she probably didn't get, that's why she probably gave them to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So I popped the other one.
Yeah.
And then like an hour later, I was like telling my little sister, like if I don't come from the bathroom in 4 minutes, to call 911.
But what were you in the bathroom for? Like you just like took a shower?
I needed to put water in my face. I needed to breathe because I remember I felt like I was so hot. And I remember like I was like dizzy. And then I remember my mom had this, and I think all Latina, or at least all Salvadorian moms had this very elaborate bathroom set, con los moños on top of the toilet seat and then the bottom thing and then the matching carpet and then the shower curtains that were like triple layer and it had to go like this and then, the fake flowers and everything. So it was very elaborate. And for some reason, when I went to the bathroom and then I was peeing and I was looking down, it was a really thick shag carpet, like long hairs. Yeah. For some reason, like, yo lo estaba viendo como que estaban moviendo, como eran culebritas. And I was like, holy shit, Mother of Jesus, what is going on? I was like, what in my mother's chanclas going on here? I was freaking the fuck out. So I ran out and I thought like, okay, maybe if I like refresh myself. Maybe if I go back in there. So I gave my sister the phone because in my head, I was going to go back to the dungeon, which was the bathroom, because I needed to wash my face. But just in case I started tripping out again and the carpet started moving again, then I needed her to call 911 because then I wasn't tripping. I was like, then the carpet really is moving. It was horrible. It was just not even cute.
That's a great story.
A little bit.
You had me laugh. Okay, go ahead. Just remember, you don't have to answer all of them.
You just want me drunk. Name the smallest dick you have ever fucked. You know what? I'm just kidding. I don't want to. I'm not in the game of hurting people. A lot of my exes still support. So I'm not going to do you guys like that. I'm going to take the shot. No. Are we talking inches, centimeters? You want it to comparison to what?
I mean, come on. You could say, you know who the smallest is. So, I mean, you could just, it doesn't have to get all technical, but you know who's in the bottom of the list.
You know what? To be honest with you, I can't even clown on anybody because I've been really lucky. Casi con puro Michoacano he salido, entonces, no he tenido ese problema. Shout out to Michoacán. So yeah, I mean, the smallest would still be considered average.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the smallest, I guess, would have been like a 6-incher medium thickness. Yeah. Because the thickness is really where it's at.
Okay. All right. So I think one of them you just answered it. Give me a second. Yeah. Let me just take it out. Okay. I put one was literally there. You go. This one it was. You can ask. You could.
Oh yeah. You know what? That goes hand in hand, though.
Really? I thought you just said. Okay.
Thickness is where it's at, but so like you can't.
Just read it. So
okay, they long or girthy. A girthy.
Yeah. There you go.
To be honest with you,
yeah, he's saying girth. He's like girth.
I had to put that extra girth into it. I think both go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Yeah. Like, de que te sirve, a 2-inch Lysol can. I mean,
yeah. Pero tampoco no quieres toda una alfombra, pues no quieres toda una broom. Porque, pues,
no, también. I mean, uno tiene órganos también adentro. No quiero, I don't want to poke anything I need later on.
One of them is not all crazy, okay?
Okay.
So this is just practically just to go ahead and just make things fun and
let's see. Tacos or pupusas? Ooh, that's like asking me to choose between two children's. But I gotta stay national and let's go with pupusas.
Pupusas, okay. Mm-hmm. Is that the safe?
Yeah, that's I think the safe one, right?
Yeah, okay.
I can't imagine anything safer.
I'm just saying, like, are you asking pupusas because it's safe? Or, like, do you genuinely enjoy more pupusas than tacos?
No,
Okay.
Yo me meto de todo. Yeah. Let's see this one. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. What's your worst sexual experience? Lord, shout out to my friends, and they're going to be all laughing because I'm the kind of person, like, my group of friends are mainly males and they're part of the LGBT community and there's like no holds barred. They know. So like if you've messed with me, trust me, my 3 best friends, they've seen todito. They know. So my worst sexual experience in life, and fellas, please don't do this. You could be fine. And this guy, I can't even talk shit. He was fine. He was I have had such good luck that I've literally looked in the mirror and been like, Ruth, you lucky bitch. Because I don't even know por cuál es el pegue. Like, I've had guys that are way above my, level. Like, I'm like, what the hell? Like,
you can't say
really?
that, Ruth.
No, pero la verdad. I've had, like, really? You no, but seriously, no. They're like, te quiero. I'm like, ¿pa qué? Yeah. And this guy was one of them. Like, he had a washboard stomach, perfect body, chulo precioso. And he was real cool. Yeah. And he even, like, was starting to, like, go out with we got to that level where, you go out with your friends, your girl's friends. And we went to a club and things like that. Please don't do this, gentlemen, because no matter how big your dick is, how well you fuck, if you start talking to me like a toddler during, before, or after sex, you gotta go.
said like.
And I'm not even talking about.
Give us an example.
Okay, but oh my God, it's just so cringy. It's
give us an example. I mean, I think it's only right.
like when so this guy would be like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. Like,
the getting your
and like he would legit like on everything too, legit like do the voice and the face. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna go there and do the face.
Nah, do the face. Come on, you gotta give everything. No. You said.
This is really disturbing. I don't even want to think it's like legal now because of the whole Epstein thing. I don't want to get in trouble.
But you said that you came to pod today.
Okay, you're right.
There you go. Give me the face.
So he would be like,
look there.
Ay, Dios mío. That's why I was trying to be. Okay, he was like,
look there.
Okay.
Nah.
Y consta que me I know that you're watching. Y consta que él me lo preguntó y que el show tiene que continuar y que yo soy profesional, okay? But he would be like, Mami, yo quiero tetita, sí, quiero tetita, dame tetita. I was like, oh my God, I cannot. And at first you think like, I don't want to fuck up the moment. He didn't just say that. Ay, que dico, mami, que dico. And I was like, oh no, I can't. I was like raping a child. Like I couldn't. I could not. And even after and then like during, and I was like, please sir, shut up. Just shut the fuck up. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Okay, so
that was
whatever you do, guys. Just don't.
Don't. There is nothing at all sexy about talking like a child to a woman. I can't. No, you don't. Even if you're into it, and I know some guys are into it when girls wear the pigtails and stuff like that, and act like.
What is that though? I never heard.
I don't know. In my book, it's fucking pedophilia, and you need to stop ASAP.
What is a pigtail?
Like pigtails. Las colitas. You know how they like it que se vistan como niñas o colitas or they like to be called daddy.
Well, you know what? Well, I think a pigtail could go ahead and just be like, I mean, you can take it anywhere. Like like if you watch like anime, that can be there. A lot of people, typically have that. Harley Quinn, which is in DC Comics, they have that. Or a lot of porno has it.
I mean, I'm not knocking it. Like I said, I don't mind being called mommy. Like it's very different than mommy. Okay, mommy. You know what I mean? It's just real different. There's like a wide. That was just like a wide. No, it's literally a Grand Canyon of difference. I can't. And then the face. I can't. No. No. Not even a little bit cute.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So. Those were the questions. Thank you very much.
Those are good questions.
Look, so how much did I get right here? You answered 2 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much did the last guess? 4, 5? Okay, so it's tie and tie. You know what? I give you props for that.
All right.
So we continue. Tell me a little bit about any struggles that you feel you've had due to this pandemic. Did the restaurant suffer? Did it actually make it better? Or, just how's quarantine? I mean, it's pretty tough.
I think quarantine has been really rough. And, and I don't want to take away from people who are really genuinely struggling, because I know personally, and I know obviously through social media, that there's people really going through it. In my personal experience, and I don't want to seem insensitive, it's kind of what I needed. It's kind of what our family in general needed. We had the loss of my brother 3.5 years ago through a violent crime. And it was just corre. And I think that was our way of coping, especially the women in our family. My mom has always been like your real typical Latina mom, very strong, very independent, whatever we ever wanted or needed, it happened. She made it happen. Not because she had it like that, but she made it happen. And I think that me and my sister got that too. Like, whatever, we're just going to keep on going. Me, I don't like to visit my brother's grave because it's like flat in your face that he's gone. In my mind, the way I've coped for these 3 years have been like, oh no, he's just busy. Cause I'm not a very, me and him had a very rocky relationship. So he would go for months without talking to me too. So in my mind, I kind of like, oh yeah, he's just with his girlfriend. His girlfriend used to live in Tijuana. So I'd be like, oh, he's just in Tijuana. And I got to keep on going. And as soon as, if I keep going and I don't see a tomb, then it didn't happen. And for me, for a long time, that's the way I coped with it. Obviously, it's not healthy.
Yeah.
With the pandemic, it obviously, because we have a restaurant and those were the first that were affected, we did close down. We closed down for 3 weeks straight, something we've never done in any recession. And we've been around since the 80s. So never in any recession did we ever have to close our doors. And we did this time. And it was kind of like a blessing in disguise because it forced us to accept the reality, to feel that emptiness. Because if you're walking around all the time, you don't feel that emptiness.
Correct.
But when we're all there, but we're not all there, you're forced to acknowledge it. And, you know, and it did help in that sense that we did take a deep breath and like enjoyed the kids more. I have a nephew now, each other more, my mom, my sister. And even Sophia's dad came over and he quarantined with us for a while, which is, you know, good for her. And even me, because, you know, our relationship is one that is really healthy, and I love him. He's like my best friend. You know, we were kids growing up. You know, how can you not love someone that's been in your life for 30 years, you know? So
let me go ahead and just imaginary question. Imaginary question. Just really quick. I'm just reading.
He wasn't the smallest.
I'm just reading. Nah.
Okay.
And that is that one. But you know, I'm just gonna ask it. Imaginary question. Is he still trying to get it though?
Always. I think it's all. I mean, always. Yeah. He's always gonna try to. It's the nature of your man. You're gonna tell me that.
So when he quarantined that week off, did he get it?
No, it's different. It's different. Okay. With him and I, it's like
He didn't say like.
No, it wasn't like a push on thing. Like
no, but he didn't say like. Just the tip.
No, but he did say te hago masaje, mami.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of like, is that like as you get older, do you have to massage?
A lot more, yeah.
Really? Oh shit.
Yeah, my body aches, you know. I always say too with my oh yeah, that's a way. That's a way to get you a MILF. Offer her a massage. Go, our bones be hurting, and arthritis is starting to kick in, honey. Massage get you long time loving.
Get a long time loving. And what is arthritis?
Arthritis.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that shit is.
Yeah.
But just really quick.
Way to make me feel old.
So
tiger.
No, of course not. So yeah, so if you get, you know, older woman, for sure, give her a massage. And I mean, hey, I think I just took that down, and I'll go ahead and start running with it. But, but then again, I would have to probably wait like 20 more years.
Yeah, that's a complicated thing though with the baby mama, baby daddy, or ex-husband. I'm sure you know cuando vas a dejar a la niña, or are you guys together?
Yeah, we good.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have to go ahead and like, what if like the feet? Oh, I had this one. Imaginary question. So we keep adding, right? we keep adding.
I'm about to just take the shot.
She may just be the guest to answer the most questions.
There we go.
But this is I would like to say a new segment, but I'm not even sure if I'm going to do this for the other ones. I'm going to do the questions, but I'm not sure the imaginary questions. Oh, shit. Okay. Really quick.
Go.
She's like, I'm ready.
Yeah. I've been take the shot, so it's not even about the alcohol anymore.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Let me go ahead and ask you this. I asked this already. No, you know what? I have not. How do you feel about fungus?
I can't.
So like, because you mentioned massages, so like, you know what I mean? Like, you see some green toenails.
And I'm not going to act like I, la indomable, like, oh my God, she's only had 10s, right? No, I've fucked with my guys that, you know, work in construction, hardworking man, respectable man. But yeah, you take, you know, you want to, you know, lo quieres consentir. I'm going to give him something these 20-year-olds will never in their life. So I'm about to go in deep. You know, I got the candles rolling. That's something about a myth. We got all the oils. We got the expensive candles. You know, so I was like ready to go in. Y que le voy quitando el calcetín. My afterbirth was prettier. It was crazy. Okay.
Oh,
so I politely put his sock back on, you know, and then I started kissing his calves,
wait.
I just worked my way up. Yeah, I had to politely decline, sir. Yeah.
Hey, I
was like, sir, this is where I get off. This is my stop.
Hey, but was it a white sock or?
No, it was a black sock. So yeah, I'd be like, dude.
Because you mentioned construction, so like, Usually, I don't know why, like in steel-toe boots, for some reason, it gets the color of the boot. Or maybe, I don't know. I guess I've had bad luck, but shit.
That's crazy that's what you would think about.
No, I don't know why. Like, he just, I don't know.
No, it was, and he was cute and he was hygienically clean. And I get it, right? I get, there's some jobs, I get it. There's infections. We don't have access to health insurance, I guess, I get it, but a heads up would be good, just like, no, mommy, don't even fuck with the feet would be nice,
But did it stink?
Hide
though?
the motherfucker. No diría ni nada, so
Okay.
that's why I said I had to politely decline.
So it's just that wow factor. Like,
yeah, it was like crazy. Primero que I like, there's no secret, I like skinny guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I really enjoyed them.
Yeah.
And so he was really good looking, really skinny. Pero one thing about skinny guys is, obviously, you don't think about, you're like, you're going to hear me say this and you're like, duh, bitch, what do you think is going to be skinny guy, fat feet? But they're skinny like all the way, like there's all the way skinny, And so, it was just like the shock of all those veins. And then, like a couple of toes were like uneven, like in weird, like, it wasn't like a seamless. Some people have pretty feet where it's like a seamless, from biggest to smallest. This guy didn't. And then the hairs were wild.
Every other toe was just
like a different, it was doing their own thing. It was like not even
scissor hands.
Yeah, it was like Destiny's Child, eliminating one toe, like one member. It was crazy. And then the hairs, and then I saw the uñas, and then I was like, oh my God. Like
he had hair in his feet?
Yeah, on the toe part, like in wild. Like I get it too. Like sometimes I'd be looking like, ew, I get it, but I take care of that immediately. But this guy, I mean, I clearly hadn't for quite some time. And then so it was just like, it was very impacting because like I said, it was just like, whoa. And then he was really, really light skinned. And then his hairs were like really dark.
Oh my
and so it was just like a lot. It was a lot.
Can
it
you
was
tell
a lot.
I got another imaginary
Go. Can you tell I already had the shot?
Yeah. Imaginary question. Have you ever ate an ass?
No. Mama, if I die tomorrow, mommy, yo quiero que usted sepa, that is a solid no. That is, you could put money, you take that insurance money, go to Vegas, and you put money on that. No, that's a solid no. No. That's like, excuse me, this is where I get off.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's...
Call me traditional.
Traditional, yeah. So I think for the moment I gotta kind of get away from this because too many imaginary questions and it's gonna go down south. All right. So you talked about music, you talked about your restaurant, you talked about this whole cannabis thing that you got going on. Anything else that you feel that potentially is gonna skyrocket your let's say artistry or whatsoever? You did mention you have another song, and just let your fans know when is it gonna come out, or is it gonna get produced? Like as far as like music video, I mean I have a really good music video editor right here. I mean got little features.
Okay.
This guy gets down. You want a 3D? You want a upside down? You want a what is that airplane called? Where it takes the video.
Drone? The airplane. Ow. And I'm the one taking the shots.
Hey, but do you see like how much I was like...
Because you're like, what are those called? I'm like, what are those airplane called?
My headphones are really
because we were talking about videos, and then all of a sudden airplanes. I'm like, I'm not trying to do a Puff Daddy video here. I'm trying to keep it simple, I like my people to know that I'm real. I'm thinking you want me on a jet and shit on my video, like J Balvin's wife.
But it is a drone and stuff, and he has all the
absolutely
movie equipment. Just really quick, if you want to go ahead and do that.
El próximo tema, we are yet to grabar de Casi un Niño. I'm not really sure the direction I want to go with that video, but la canción que va a salir próximamente es Quédate. And that one, I think, for me, as a writer, has been the one that I'm most proud of.
Okay. Can you give us some bars? Give us some bars right now.
There we go.
The exclusive is good. Maybe you ain't going to need to take your shot now.
Nah, that one's a little intense. Yeah. That one's going to have me having all kinds of imaginary questions.
Nah, just go ahead and take it.
No.
You know, they do say that it does. Oh, okay.
No. I'll take some more of this, though. I will.
That's it.
All right. Okay, then. All right. Me gusta mucho que seas tan sincero, un poco amargo y extranjero a todo lo que me hacía bien. A ti te vale mi título de jefa y yo no anhelo ser tu próxima conquista. Así que quédate hasta conocerme bien y entonces, solo entonces, decides si te irás también.
There you go. There you go. You heard the exclusive. Hey, but did he already drop it, though? If not, they're already writing on.
No. You know, a mí no me dicen la jefa por gusto. That's been copyrighted. Yeah.
They're going to be like this.
No. Ya, y me pasó un
Replay.
muchacho. No, there was a muchacho en Hermosillo, Sonora. Shout out to my people from Sonora también. Que hay gente bella, hermosa de Sonora también, que quiero mucho.
Celia Cruz.
De Hermosillo, he was entering a contest with the lyrics to Casi un Niño.
Damn.
And I was like, I had to pull out some paperwork. So, yeah, no, everything, all rights reserved.
Copyright your stuff. Okay, guys? Okay, just really quick. I'm going to just go ahead and just say how I met you. I knew her because she sang whatsoever. We went to this event. What was the event called again? It was remember that talent
for the
event
magazine.
That
it was for a magazine.
It was a magazine. And then from there on out, like, I was doing rap / trap. Nah, I wasn't doing trap. I was doing rap / like, you know, quebradita dancing or whatsoever. So I literally had mentioned in the little, you know, interview thing, I was like, you know, we still gonna make a track and stuff, me and La Jefa or whatever. We have not, but who knows, right? The world may never know. We'll probably drop some reggaeton or something. You think they're ready or not?
I think they're ready. I think the people are ready, yes.
You think they want to go ahead and hear that? Okay.
And if they ain't ready, I mean,
whatever.
Like half of my dates. If you ain't ready, I'm still coming. Okay? I'm still coming.
Bro, Jefa, man. Hey, I will tell you this, though. Just really quick, let me go ahead and just kind of give you, you know, your roses or whatever. You are here. I usually do that. I think the last guest, I might have just forgot to give him his roses, but I think what I like to do, I like to go ahead and, you know, help artists and stuff. You know, this is a great platform. This is a podcast, so we're having a great conversation right now. You answer some really crazy questions and stuff, but, you know, I just want to go ahead and just give you all of your roses, make sure that, and, you know, make some prayers as well that hopefully everything, you know, goes, you know, the way that you want it to. And, you know, just even the restaurant, I mean, you know, hopefully everything opens up again. You have mad people going there again and everything is perfectly fine. And for your family, right? Yeah, of course, yeah. And then just really quick, I'm going to go ahead and say this. Music video, you said for what is it, the young guy? Or, you know,
Casi un Niño, but
Niño. I suggest you probably utilize all of that. Have a plot twist. You see, I'm over here narrating the story.
It's going to be like, Tyler Perry, written and produced, starred. And
the only thing is I don't got a wig. But just really quick, I think you should go ahead and have the whole thing to be obviously, you know, you're dating a young guy or whatsoever. And at the very end, he dies.
Wow.
Deep. You know what I mean? Everything.
You know what? And that's crazy because we know, my family knows a lady that's what happened. She was in her 40s.
You would go to think it's the other way around.
Married to a 61-year-old man.
Oh, shit.
Then they have children because he had a vasectomy. He had grown children. He said, you know, whatever I have.
Was still fucking or not?
Yeah. Yes, they were.
61?
Yeah, 61. And they were still, you know, doing it, and she was fine with that, but she really wanted kids.
Oh.
Okay, so she was 40. She was 40. No, he didn't want any. He had strictly told her, my kids are grown. I'm grown.
Oh, so
I'm
he
not
had
trying to
kids
have children
before.
at 60.
Yeah.
He's like, and whatever I have is all for my children anyway. So I don't want to mess that up for them.
Yeah.
So she's 40. She's thinking, I only have like 2-3 years more than I can have a kid, right? She finds this 37-year-old guy. So she's like, que me espera con un viejito, que ya me dijo que todo se le iba a ir a sus hijos y que no me va a poder dar hijos. So fuck it, I'm just going to go and be with this 37-year-old. 2.5 weeks before they're supposed to get married, he dies in a car accident.
Damn. But how do you know it wasn't the guy, though?
Who?
Speaking allegedly, how do you know it wasn't the guy?
What guy?
I mean, you say he died in the car crash. How did he die? Was it a flat tire? Was it something wrong in the
No, like
engine?
an impact, like a crash.
Ooh. You know that was 61 Johnson. Hey, 61 Johnson said, hell yeah, I'm about to come through. No?
No.
Come on, they've been together for how long? 61 Johnson.
Yeah, not a long time.
Not a long time?
No, like
So
maybe 10, 15 years.
So 10, 15 years.
For a 61-year-old person, that's not a lot. Like, it's not a lot.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, you said they were doing the nasty.
They were doing it.
Hey, just really quick, just, curiosity. What is the oldest you've...
I don't know. Maybe like my age.
Really? You
Yeah.
never got into the elder leagues?
They don't. They're like running around those 21-year-olds. They don't even. I'm not even like.
You never got into like the foster care?
Even when I was like in my 20s. No.
You never got into like the retirement?
Y no estoy diciendo que I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I just the opportunity hasn't arose, and there's a lot of interesting.
Opportunity.
Yeah, there's there's a lot of like before I used to think 40, 50. Oh my God, that's un viejo rabo verde. But now that I'm 41, like I see a lot of 50. I was about to pull out the phone. I thought I was with my girlfriends. I was about to say, look at this papacito. There is like a lot. Okay, I want to say a lot. Okay, tampoco. But there is. Like in my little Facebook fans, there's around like 4 or 5, like 50, 55-year-old men that have the body of a 20-year-old but have the mentality of a 50-year-old, 50, and have the lifestyle of and I'm not saying like, oh, I wouldn't be with a guy that's young because he doesn't have money. I'm just saying I'm at an opportunity where, and it just happened too, where yeah, we're in quarantine. Yeah, it's bad, but because in my 20s and 30s, I worked my ass off and I planned for shit like this. I could take off for 2 weeks, but my partner could not. And then I'm meant to feel bad because you're in a situation where you can't take 2 weeks. And in reality, you can because, like, I got it. Don't worry about it. But then they don't want to because they're ego and then you're not going to be there. Yeah. And so you get into that situation. Be that way, but if I'm with the 55-year-old man, he could have taken those 2 weeks off.
And it shouldn't be that way, too, because I feel like... There you go, your shot.
Pues, ni modo. No, but it's got to marry. Te tiene que costar algo, like a question or something. It's got to be for an occasion.
You want
I can't just be.
I got you on the imaginary question, but just remind me to get back to the OG.
Go.
Imaginary question. Just really quick. How do you feel about... I'm pretty sure she's going to ask you. Answer everything. Okay.
You answer everything.
No, I got you. You do answer everything. How do you feel... Okay. So you say you don't eat the booty.
No.
Right? Okay. So let's say you're already married. Let's just speak in the future. Right?
Well,
Future.
I mean, I was already married, so.
No.
Okay.
Oh, shit. That's right. Second marriage, right?
Okay,
but this is the one.
Okay, this is the one.
Right?
El bueno.
You want them 21? 21. Whatever the case is, let's just think future, right? 21-year-old for sure. You have everything planned. Business is booming. Successful. You go to your trips, Hawaii, Paris, Mexico. You truck on, right? And you just happen to, every single time that you were with the guy, you're just having, let's say sex, whatever. And you never cared. You were just like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. But then you notice you have time. Quarantine, let's just say. I mean, this is gonna be past quarantine. You notice, you're like, damn, this guy got an awfully hairy ass. Would you tell him, wax your butthole, Or you just leave it that way?
No, I'm honest. I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm not gonna hurt your feelings, but you're my partner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I met you 2 weeks and now we're in a relationship. I'm about to tell you what I don't like. I'm not gonna wait also till we're in honeymoon and like I'm gonna let you know. I mean, you need to shave that. I can help you too. Like I can either, if you feel comfortable, I can do it for you, or not. I can take you to a professional establishment that can help you out.
But is that something that like bothers you? Though?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, and you know,
but like a hairy ass or a hairy butthole?
Like, what do you mean hairy ass and hairy butthole? I thought the ass and the butthole were the same thing. The fuck?
Well, it's like the
what are you
ass
millennials
cheeks.
talking about
There's
now?
like the ass cheeks, right? Like you think of a little
Oh,
chimpanzee.
yeah. I mean, like I said, like I once previously stated, I do like men that are from Michoacan.
Yeah.
And you guys are generally very, very hairy.
I think I'm the only one that is not hairy.
I was looking at you too, and I was like,
I think that comes from my dad's side, though.
No, yeah,
that
but
comes from my dad's side. I think my dad's side, like, they're not hairy.
yeah, because I don't want anybody from the Michoacans, people starting getting on my case, like, oh, she's racist, oh, she's fucking. No, let's just generally speaking.
Yeah.
They are of a hairy type. So, I don't mind. I actually love me some hair on the chest. Like, I feel like a man is a man. Like, I wear, like, not right now, porque me vine al restaurante en el restaurante, pero you've seen me. You know, I'll wear extensions. I'll wear wigs. I wear the nails, the lashes, the everything. But I like my man very much manly. Yeah. I like my man very, rudo, very no cochino. Because some guys think that that's the same shit, manly y sucio. I said manly, no sucio, okay? It's too
You
very...
mean like musty or what?
Musty, crusty. You know what I'm talking about. You know, when... Yes.
I've never
Cuando el
been
sobaco
musty.
te huele a los taquitos con cebolla y cilantro... Papi, báñate. Porque más importante que la troca perrona es el desodorante. I'm just saying. ¿Ok? No tienes que comprar perfume caro. Basta con jabón. If you smell good, even if you're ugly, if you're a man, and especially for a man, because women, we got to go through all of this bullshit. Yeah. But if you're a man and you are not, and you're ugly, no, I don't want to, because then I'm going to get people, PC people, she's not ugly.
Nah, give it.
If you're ugly, okay, and let's keep it real, we're all beautiful in God's eyes. But there's ugly people. I consider myself someone that's like kind of ugly, like I could be sexy, but I go, she's ugly. Okay. But if you smell good and you're a good person, somebody's going to fuck with you, and women, we love that shit. Like if you're humble, if you smell good and you make us laugh and, you don't look at me funny when I order the 9th taco, like we are good, you know? So like that I do not like that. But hair on the chest, I think that's hot. Some guys, it's hot, y si va a tener pelo en el pecho, obviamente va a tener pelo en las nalgas, that's fine también. That's okay. But the ass and the balls, that's where we draw the line, because I'm thinking, nature put it there, but it can't possibly be clean. Like, you have a little sharp, you have some, going on, you didn't wipe that good. That's all up in that hair. Yeah. Like, I can't deal with that. And then I'm a very homey type of person, and I like to take care of my man. So I like to wash your clothes, but I'm not going to wash your clothes si tienes la raya de canela. I'm not going to do that.
So you lick the gooch?
What's the gooch?
Come on.
Like behind the balls? Is that what we're talking about?
So it's like that section that is like, so let's just say this
yeah. So I just don't go inside. Yeah.
In the ass.
Yeah.
So
that's where I get off. It stops right before that.
Yeah, so that's why I think you're talking about the whole hairiness and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think you're probably the only guest that has answered in the female's perspective. I don't think I asked Helen, huh? I didn't ask her.
Yeah.
You're the only guest that has answered yes on the wax and the ass or the butthole.
But I'm not gonna lie too. I was once really in love
with a hairy ass.
And but I did tell him on a regular basis. He just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I overcame, whatever. I didn't break up with him because of his hairy balls. Whatever. Yeah. But I probably would still be with him if he would have shaved them. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you're terrible. So we're leading down to the very finale.
Okay.
Social media, future projects. You did mention a song whatsoever, but I mean you could go ahead and introduce something else. And what do you want to tell the viewership? And then the last minute, you got to give us one more time some bars. Go ahead.
All right. You can find me at Ruth Quijano La Jefa on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
You can find my music on YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes as well. The Casi un Niño video, we don't have a date yet, but next month we will be filming the Quédate video. So stay tuned for that. As far as future projects right now, due to COVID, it is kind of stale right now. Most of you guys that follow me know that most of my performances are in Mexico. And right now, mi México lindo y querido, los amo y los adoro. Y no me aguanto para ir a verlos. Pero nos tenemos que cuidar. And so no voy a hacer ninguna presentación hasta el medias del 2021. But
mid 2021.
It is. I have an older mom at home, and she is diabetic.
Yeah.
I'm diabetic. I have a kid. I just want to make sure that when I'm out there, it's because it's going to be something that's going to be positive for me and my family. Because at the end of the day, that's why I do it. Yeah, it's that rush when you're on stage. It is for me, but it also is for hopefully my family's well-being as well.
Yeah.
So, sí, that's all. Primero Dios, sí voy a estar de regreso en esas tierras tan hermosas de Michoacán, ya para el otro año, para el Festival de las Velas y también para las fiestas de Apatzingán. So, eso sí, ya está, ya hay planes, ya hay pláticas, así que espero verlos muy, 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 muy pronto.
Okay. And then just last thing, bald. And I look, you're trying to refer to hair balls. I'm not saying any of that, okay?
I wasn't even thinking about balls.
Okay. Nah, because you kind of gave me like a little smirk, okay? So
I was still on the girth.
So
I wasn't saying any of it.
So, imaginary question. This is the last stuff. You already kind of gave everybody shout-outs at 2021. But, and I'm forgetting your bars. If your man is going bald in the dome, let's just say it's this focal point in the front. Bald, I'm talking about. No way to go out. Do you tell him and support him, hey, baby, just go all bald, shaved? Or do you just be like, nah, deuces?
You know what? I could go both ways because it just depends on the person. If I know that you're sensitive or that you're going to be open to, or that you love your hair, like having hair, then I have no problem. Yeah, I like you. I like my man manly, but like if that, I'll take him to the shop. What's wrong with it? If that's going to make him feel better, it's come a long way. I've seen some crazy work. So if it had to come to that, I would totally support him because I would want my man to support me when I get a facelift, when I get another boob job, or when I get another lipo. I would want my man to be like, yeah, girl, if you want to do it, baby, just do it. I don't want someone to be like, oh, you're just doing it out of vanity, or are you sure you don't? Que me meta dudas. I want somebody to, support. So I'm going to support too. Yeah. But if it's someone, because I've had, both kinds of guys that are really sensitive and guys that are not sensitive. So if it's someone that's not really that sensitive and we have a playful relationship, I'm be like, I'll just show up with the razor and in a thong and be like, papi, it's just, there's going to be two things going on today, okay? Yeah. and then just shave it, or just tell him, I think we should just let it go. Play some Boys to Men in the background and then just, to the end of the road and then just let it go and start afresh because some guys can really pull it off and it looks hot. So why not?
Okay. That's very truthful. I can swear, I am very, very, very open to you answering the questions. I have so much more to go ahead and ask, but guess what? There's always room for part 2.
All right.
Give us that last, and I want to just give a shout out to everybody that's listening to this at work or in your room, cooking, whatever the case is. Thank you guys.
Texting El Sancho. I see you, girl. Texting El Sancho. This must be scandalous.
And then, I just want to give you guys pretty much a shout out. And last but not least, one more time, bars.
All right, here we go.
One more time, bars. 3 times in a row, she's been singing. She's not going to stop.
Let's do a real A real,
But give me a
Mexicano
good
one.
8. Give me a good 8. Just give me a good 8. Not a 32. Just a good 8. Not because we're coming to the end.
All right, here we go.
Good.
Ya me acabé 2 cartones, tomé tequila montones y el olvido no ha llegado. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank
You were
you.
great.
Thank you and
This
your
was
viewers
fun.
for all the support.
This was a lot of fun. I'll tell you this.
It was great fun.
I think it's only getting better.
All right.
I don't know why. I really feel like it's only getting better.
Of
I had
course.
fun.
You got the Jefa on your show. Of course it's only getting better.
Keep that.
Bye.
We out.
Come listen to Who Got the Juice podcast. It's an open podcast to new talent, life experiences, and entrepreneurship. Who got the juice? Yeah. Let's do it again.